In 2004, the Las Vegas underground poker scene was a high-density cash environment. These unregulated, invite-only rooms processed millions of dollars in untraceable currency every single night. Mafia syndicates dominated this space by dispatching enforcers to extract a heavy protection tax. Any operation that wanted to stay in business had to pay a significant cut of their nightly take to these men. One small-time grifter decided to stop running from this extortion. Instead, he designed a strategy to invite the mob directly into his business. Every element of this casino floor plan functioned as a data collection node. The tables, the cards, and even the staff were integrated into a network that routed information directly to a central server. A physical threat relies on muscle and territory, but digital data harvesting creates an existential risk. If you can impersonate a person's identity, you can dismantle their entire organization from the inside out. The grifter invested heavily in physical authenticity. He sourced high-end clay chips with precise gold lettering and professional-grade felt to replicate the atmosphere of the city's most exclusive, legitimate card rooms. Behind the scenes, the staff was entirely composed of trained actors. Every dealer, waitress, and security guard was performing a specific role, designed to make the mobsters feel welcome and powerful. The goal was to bypass the enforcers' natural paranoia. By providing immediate compliance and high-end service, the actors convinced the syndicate men that they were in total control of the room. When the mobsters felt secure, they stopped looking for threats. They saw the grifter as a profitable golden goose they could exploit indefinitely, which made them willing to provide personal information required to enter and stay in the room. The harvest began at the door. As each enforcer presented their identification to gain entry, a hidden lens in the doorframe captured high-resolution scans of their licenses and facial features. Inside the room, the chips were rigged to collect biometrics. This 3D render shows how specialized coatings lifted fingerprint ridges from the clay. Dealers provided fresh cards, creating a second point of contact. This allowed the system to cross-reference multiple prints, ensuring the biometric profile was complete. The enforcers walked out holding bags of physical cash, unaware they had just provided the exact biometric credentials required to impersonate them across any financial or legal institution. In 2004, these high-resolution ID scans and fingerprints were enough to breach the basic security protocols used by local banks and phone providers. The grifter used the stolen data to access the syndicate's personal accounts and tap into their private communication lines. This created a perfect cycle of theft. When it was time to pay the mob's extortion fee, the grifter used cash he had siphoned directly from their bank accounts. He was essentially using their own money to buy their protection. By achieving total information awareness, he had flipped the power dynamic. The syndicate thought they were the predators, but the grifter controlled the very accounts they used to store their profits. The entire operation collapsed because of a single printer's error. While reviewing his winnings, an observant mobster noticed a misspelled word on the logo of a physical playing card. Real Las Vegas casinos maintain a rigid standard of perfection for their equipment. A typo on a card or chip is an immediate red flag that the equipment is counterfeit and the room is a setup. That one mistake destroyed the psychological illusion. The enforcer instantly realized the room wasn't a legitimate target for extortion, but a coordinated trap designed to play them. The shift from complacency to aggression was immediate. The syndicate was no longer interested in collecting a tax. They were hunting for the person who had managed to steal their identities. The grifter had built a sophisticated machine for digital warfare, yet he failed at basic analog quality control. Information is the ultimate currency, but its value is tied to the physical world. If the physical execution of a plan is flawed, even the most complex digital scheme will fall apart. In the end, a million-dollar empire was dismantled not by a better hacker or a bigger syndicate, but by a single missing letter on a piece of cardboard.